Look, look, look. It's only 11:33 in the morning, so you know what that means. I'm not doing intermittent fasting anymore because this whole 2 to 9 thing is crap. I can do it and it helps kind of like me mentally, like, oh, I can only eat between 2 and 9. But before 2 and after 9, all I think about is food, and that just drives me crazy. And I realized after that party that I went to, ending my fast before the party started was a huge mistake because there was a lot of temptation at that party. And for me, I'd rather save my macros earlier in the day so I can enjoy eating something at the party rather than be like, no, I can't eat anything. Because there was a lot of temptation there. Mina, Swap, Tiff, yeah, and everyone else at the party. But yeah, so yesterday, I mean, I was pretty good through the party and the whole weekend, whatever, but I don't know what it was. Yesterday, after my fast ended, I started getting all these cravings, so I cheated twice. The first one I don't regret because that was Burger King's Whopper and 10-piece nugget, which you can't go wrong with that. But the second one was Taco Bell's $5 big box. I did not know that they did not have the queso in there anymore, and to me that was my favorite part because I enjoy dipping everything in that queso and then eating it. But because they didn't have the queso, everything was just like, alright, still good, but it just wasn't worth it. So I don't regret the Whopper, but I kind of regret the big box. But I'll show you guys my weight right now, and then it kind of went up a little bit, but hopefully with today's leg day, I'll be able to burn or get rid of most of that water weight. But yeah, see how that goes. Also, today's video will have an explanation of what macros are, so you guys can stay like on track of your diet. But like the Hodge twins say, do whatever the you want to do. Hey guys, so today I'm gonna finally go over what macros are versus like why I choose to do macros versus calories. When you count calories, they're basically made up of your macros, so they exist whether you count them or not. But if you count them, you're gonna be better off, and you'll be able to get more out of your diet. Whether you're bulking up or dieting down, you'll just be able to put better calories, the right calories, into your bodies, so you can be more efficient and more beneficial in what you're doing and what you're eating. So your macronutrients are the substrates your body uses to as energy, whether that's through the aerobic or anaerobic processes, and we can just go over all that later. But yeah, they're made up of your fats, your carbs, and your protein. So if you can split your calories up within those three and get the right amount, you will be able to see the results that you want. So let me just show you guys. So your protein, your fats, and your carbs. The three main macronutrients you need to focus on. Your protein, for each gram of protein you take is 4 calories. For each gram of fat you take is 9 calories. And then for each gram of carb you take is also 4 calories. So essentially eating 2 grams of protein or 2 grams of carbs is similar to eating about 1 gram of fat. So you want to be careful not to eat too much fat, otherwise you're going to go over your caloric need and possibly put on excess amount of body fat, which you don't want to do. But yeah, just remember, for 1 gram of protein and carbs, it's 4 calories, and 1 gram of fat is 9 calories. So let's just go for an example of how to split up your calories. Let's take this person right here. Let's name him John Doe. Whatever, I don't know. So let's say his maintenance calorie intake is 2,000 calories. And he weighs in at 150 pounds. I highly recommend you take at least 1 gram of protein per body weight. So this guy right here, John Doe, would need about 150 grams of protein. Now to convert grams of protein into calories, remember you gotta multiply this by 4, which will give this 600 calories. And then for fats, I recommend about 20 to 25%. Let's just go with 20 because it's easier in math. So 20% 2,000. So 2,000 times 0.2, which is 20%, equals 400 calories. And to convert that into how many grams of fat you need, you divide that by 9. And it's going to be about 44.4, but let's just go with 45 because it's easier to work with. So that's 45 grams of fat. So essentially you already have 600 calories from your protein and then 400 calories from your fats. So what you're going to do now is take the 2,000 calories, subtract the 600 from your protein, and then minus 400 from your fats. So you're left with 1,000 calories, right? So with that 1,000 calories, you're going to use it for your carbs. So 1,000 calories, divide that by 4 calories per 1 gram of carb equals 250 grams of carbs. So for John Doe, I highly recommend for him to just ideally split up his calorie intake to 250 grams of carbs, 150 grams of protein, because you want to get at least, again, 1 gram of protein per body weight, and then the rest was 45 grams of fat. So essentially for the ideal John Doe, whatever, he should have about 250 grams of carbs, 150 grams of protein, and then 45 grams of fat. This ratio comes out to about 50, 30, 20, where 50% comes from carbs, 30% comes from protein, and then 20% comes from his fat. Now everyone's ratio is going to be different. For me, I'll show you guys. For me, I do have a big head, so that's why I do this. For me, I'm taking in about 1,500 calories, and my ratio is about 50, 24, 26. Yeah, 50, 24, 26. So about 54, 25, 25. Let's just stick with those because it's easier to work with. 25, 25. But this 50% comes from my protein, 25 comes from my carbs, and 25 comes from my fat. So for me, I'm taking in about 190 grams of protein, which is about 760. No, hold on, let me do the math real quick. I don't want to do anything wrong. 190 times 4. It should be 760. Yeah, 760 calories. Again, when I'm in a deficit, I like to have about 1.15, 1.2 grams of protein per body weight. But then I'm taking in about 40 grams of fat, which is 360 calories, and then 90 grams of carbs, which is about 360 calories. So again, 40 grams of fat, which is about 360 calories, is about 25% of my total caloric intake. 90 grams of carbs, which is again 360 calories, is another 25%, and 190 grams of protein, which is 760, is about 50%. So my ratio is going to be a little bit different. Each person is going to be different. So I highly recommend that you start with the ideal one that I just showed you before with John Doe, and then just keep guesstimating until you find it. or have someone help you out or anything like that. But now let's go into lesson number 2, which is fiber. So with fiber, you do want to count your calories. So I highly recommend you get about 10 to 15 grams of fiber for every 1,000 calories. 10 to 15 for every 1,000 calories. So again, for that John Doe who takes in about 2,000 calories, he should take about 20 to 30 grams of fiber a day. So it doesn't matter if you go a little bit over or a little under, just as long as you're around this range between 20 and 30. If you're intaking about 2,000 calories, you should be fine. It's just beneficial for your dietary processes. I mean, not dietary, digestion processes. But yeah. Now we'll go into lesson number 3, if this focuses, which is alcohol. Now, alcohol, like we said before, your protein is 4 calories per gram. Carbs is 4 calories per gram, and then your fats is 9 calories per gram. But the thing is, alcohol is 7 calories per gram. Now, this is where the term empty calories comes from, just because, let's say you want to go out, have a beer or two with some friends, watching the game, I don't know, whatever you want to do, you just want to enjoy like a nice beer or a nice alcoholic beverage. And the best way for you to track that without like feeling like you're cheating yourself is this. So let's say a Corona Extra, a 12 ounce is 148 calories. This is made up of 0 fat, 13 carb, and 1 protein. So if you did the math, if you do the math from based on what we did earlier, this should be about 56 calories. So you're wondering, how is a Corona Extra 148 calories when the macros show 56 calories? That's where the alcoholic calories come from, like the 7 calories per gram. So if you don't want to cheat yourself, this is what I recommend doing. You take 148 minus 56, so 148 minus 56, and you get 92 calories. These are the empty calories that you take when you drink beer. So if you want to balance yourself out, just so you can have this beer, I highly recommend doing cardio until you burn about 92 calories, or 1 times, if you have 2 beers, 184. So you want to burn about 184 calories if you want 2 beers. But yeah, that's what I recommend if you're like trying to drink and still be on a diet. Don't ask me how I know Corona. Alright. How should I tell you guys this? So Corona is like my number 1 beer to go to when I do drink, if I drink. And I've done this long enough that I've got these numbers memorized. So that's why I know how to do this. I'm just being honest with you guys. But yeah, this is basically what macros are. This is how you track it and count it. I'll show you guys actually how to use it, like on this app called MyFitnessPal. It's this one right here, MyFitnessPal. So you click it, and it goes to your diary. So if you just turn to the side and go all the way up, it shows you your goal, which is, it shows 95 carbs, but I'm trying to hit 90, 42 grams of fat, but I'm trying to hit 40, and 190 grams of protein. And it shows you right below it how much is remaining. So I've still got 95 left, 42 left, and then 190 left. So the way you use this app is that you can go in and click add food, and then you can go through, search whatever you had. I had a yogurt, I'm gonna add number of servings. I had 1 yogurt, so just stick with that. Click enter. You can search for the food just by searching it here or putting the barcode. If it has like a scanner, if it has a barcode, you can use a scanner. I also ate that Jimmy Dean's and then that protein shake. So I'm gonna put those in, and then I'm gonna turn it again to the side, and it shows you the macros on each thing. So the yogurt had 8 carbs, 0 fat, 12 protein. The turkey sausage had 28 carbs, 8 fat, 17 protein, and the chocolate shake I had was 5 carb, 3 fat, and 30 protein. So in total on the bottom, it just shows what you used total. So I've used 41 carbs for the day, 11 fat, and then 59 grams of protein. So what I have remaining is 54 carbs, 31 fat, and 131 grams of protein. So that's basically how you use MyFitnessPal, and it really helps you track your macros. So I hope you guys learned something from this, and good luck on your journey, and I'll see you guys in the next clip. Actually, I'm going to end this video here. That explanation was a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. So I hope you guys learned something, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See you guys.